very principled and, dare I say, very stubborn about how he sees his quarterbacks. I don't think it's going to happen. And it's so tantalizing because I've said this. Justin Fields is that, like, piping hot slice of pizza that you're so hungry and you've waited for your whole life. But you know there's a really good chance if you bite into it, you're going to burn the hell out of your mouth. You know it. It's sitting there and you've burned yourself before. You can't help it. You want to bite that thing. It's an amazing slice. The more practical, smart, long-term plan, let's go with that little Caesar salad that you ordered. It's not going to have the roof. It's not going to have the Caesar. It's not going to be as delicious. But while you eat the Caesar, the pizza cools off a little bit and you can get to it. And let me just say one thing about Andy Dalton. The Dalton and Garoppolo types, I think, are in their own way hard to beat out in training camp because they're not outlandishly talented. So they've gotten to where they are because they're crazy competitive, they're very hardworking, they're very professional. And just one little taste after I called them a Caesar salad. Sometimes the Caesar hits really good. Let me just, in all this, the offseason of Dalton's this and Dalton's that, let me just show you a little taste of the Caesar from the end of last year. Dallas Cowboys, Dalton didn't have it right. He couldn't make any throws. Look at this throw that Andy Dalton, yes, Andy Dalton made at the end of last year in a game that nobody was watching. Just follow this week 15 at home. He's going to get flushed from the pocket and uncork a cannon to CeeDee Lamb for a 10 out of 10 throw. Andy Dalton can play. Andy Dalton is going to work his butt off. I think the only way, that's why I like that reporter's question, that clip to Nagy. That's a hell of a throw from Dalton. The only way that Fields gets on the field week one is if he has a perfect preseason. He is the best player in the universe, and Matt Nagy cannot justify to the media or to the locker room, I can't keep this guy off the field. He's been too good, too sharp, too flashy. I have to go with him. But it has to be a perfect preseason, Nagy.
Yeah, Andy has had his moments. I mean, we're talking the crisp romaine lettuce with a little kale, some Parmesan, and if you want a little salt, you had a little anchovy on top.
How about a seasoned crouton?
A little crouton, a little garlic crouton, if you will. Sometimes at Caesar, it hits. It hits. Like you talking about. But Justin Fields is that Chilean sea bass.
I know, man.
With the crab legs on the side. And the mashed potatoes. Woo, with the butter in it. Yeah, hungry. It's exotic, right? But I feel like because of Andy Dalton's resume, he has an opportunity to fend him off. But with the preseason being the open competition for Andy Dalton and Justin Fields, they both need it. This is Andy Dalton's first year, so he needs the preseason, right? You're going to throw him out there, see what he looks like with the ones. And, of course, Justin Fields needs the preseason because he's a rookie quarterback. And this is the opportunity. I'm hearing Matt Nagy, and I get it. He is one of the best that we have in the business, not just X's and O's, but when it comes to coach speak, he'll talk you to death with all of the cliches. We just want to focus on today. I get it. Examine today, make a decision tomorrow. Examine today, make a decision tomorrow.
But he made a decision already.
Continue to examine every single day. So by the time the season comes around, you make the best decision for your squad. Don't make the best decision for yourself because right now, call it what it is. People in Chicago and even fans across the country are saying, time is ticking, Nagy. You're the quarterback whisperer. What's going on? And this right here is everything that you need at the quarterback position. A true vet that is going to help the young fella and the young fella that's ready to take the reins.
Yeah, I didn't realize we were sitting at the table at Olive Garden right now.
Oh.
We got the never-ending bowl of salad and pasta.
Yeah.
You know what always happens when you go there? I know we are family. That's the whole slogan.
Talk about it.
Filling up on the breadsticks. So that's what's going on right now with the Bears and their quarterbacks. Andy Dalton and Nick Foles. We can't even talk. I mean, right now, Justin Fields is QB3. Forget about QB1. So to your point, Nate, you're talking about if I'm Matt Nagy right now, look, I'm worried about today. You know why? Because I'm worried about my key card working today. I can't throw. I'm not guaranteed tomorrow. I can't say, all right, Justin Fields is going to be our guy and give him reps that he hasn't earned yet because I've got to win football games. And to your point, I need Andy Dalton to be red hot. And you know what? I've got a plan in case something happens to Andy Dalton, and it's Nick Foles. Justin Fields is absolutely the future, and I can't wait to see him. And with that number 1 jersey right now, watching him throw, he looks physically like Cam Newton. Like, this dude's a stud. So I wouldn't be shocked if they had a little package for him. Like, let him come in and run some read option because when you see him on that field, he is, I mean, the dude's got dragon blood in him. I mean, he's a special dude. You watch him run the 40. I mean, this dude's chiseled out of marble. It's going to be hard to not get one of your best athletes on the field somehow, some way. So I could see him having a couple of plays. Maybe, a couple of those Philly specials that they ran back in the day. A couple of those little throw it to him.
So what determines when we see Justin Fields is him shining physically, which he will. He's more physically talented than Andy Dalton. Like, that's not, it's got to be up here, right? He's got a razzle-dazzle of the playbook. We're just hearing from Stacey Dales. And also it sort of depends on whether or not Andy Dalton struggles. I think the decision's been made. I think he could blow him out of the water, and he likely will in training camp from a physical standpoint. And I still think Andy's going to start week 1.
It could be.
Yeah.
Do you think he'll start the rest of the season?
No, I think we'll see Justin this year.
Okay.
Do you think we'll see Justin?
Justin's got limited reps.
I definitely do.
Yeah.
We talked about this example many times over the years. When the Seahawks drafted Russell Wilson, it was not part of the plan. It was Matt Flynn's job. Matt Flynn was Andy Dalton.
And like, no undeniable.
Matter what. Yes. And Russell Wilson was like, oh my God, this guy can play. We got to play him. If Justin Fields has that factor, that undeniability, that's the only way. And he might have that. He might.
What do you guys think? At GMFB with your thoughts onto another rookie quarterback playing right here in New York, our backyard here on GMFB. Zach Wilson. Here's some news. He was not at Jets camp Tuesday. Why? They're still working on his rookie deal. Head coach Robert Saleh said yesterday, hopefully that gets done. Every moment you miss, that becomes a challenge. I don't have to tell this table that those reps are extremely valuable, especially for a rookie, a kid who's going to hit the ground running as the starter week 1 for sure. How concerned are we about these missed reps at Jets training camp?
I hate this.
Me
I hate
too.
it so much, and I hate to say hate in the opening segment, but I don't. If I'm a young rookie quarterback, I'm going to my agent before the whole thing starts, and I'm saying, look, get me as much as you can, get me as long as you can, but get me on the field. Do what you have to do. I am not missing a day. I hate the way this starts. I hate that it's in New York. I hate that it's a quarterback. Zach Wilson, I hope you're on the field by the end of this segment. This drives me nuts.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Not just him being a rookie, but also where the Jets were this past season. Every moment matters when you're a rookie quarterback who went 2nd overall and they are looking for you to take over. And him sitting out, I know it's killing him, and I understand that business first and his agent has to do what he has to do, but you have to make sure you're there because every single rep is monumental when you're a team like the Jets. It's just trying to get back in the conversation of competition.
Yeah, here's what Zach Wilson should be doing today right now. He should be picking up his phone. He should be calling his agent.
Yeah.
And this is what he said. You're killing me, Smalls.
Yeah.
Look, I got a chance to be the king of New York right now. And I hate it too as a player. And I'm sure Zach Wilson hates it too because he's missing time. You don't ever want to be that distraction. Here's what I will say about this, though. If I'm going to have my rookie quarterback miss a couple practices, I'd much rather be the first 2 or 3 where it's very mental,
no doubt.
very elementary. Some teams are practicing without even helmets. It's the acclimatization period. So, look, the fact that he took all the reps in spring, different than the Justin Fields conversation we were just having where he's sharing reps, splitting reps. So I think his